Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another single-player episode. This time around, I think we're going to probably start getting rid of some of these logs. So what I might do is pop back down to the mill real quick and pick up that log trailer, if I can ever find it. Here we are. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this sucker all the way up to the top there. And then, yeah, hopefully we can load it up with some decent amounts. I can't even remember what the hell I cut my shorts to, so hopefully they fit on the trailer alright. I think I put them to 7, so we should be able to slide this trailer together and split the loads. Yeah, should be interesting loading in some of those spots. I know it's a little bit funky there, so we'll try our best and see where we end up for sure. Still waiting for it to snow in this game. I guess we haven't been playing quite enough for it to snow just yet, but oh, I'm sure we'll get there. It's coming. Alright, so I'm trying to think what the best method is. Honestly, I think the best method for getting that first little bit there will be to just turn this whole dealio around. Oops, man, a little bit drunk. We're gonna drive up on this hill here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna park this kind of adjacent to this pile. And then I think I'm gonna use the loader to jump between. Let's see. It's pretty close. Now, there's no guarantee what I'm about to do is actually going to work, but I'll be held if I'm going to try. So let's see what kind of disaster we can create here. Just a sec here. I'm going to turn this down. Sure, let's try that. There we go. Now you can actually hear the machines, and you don't just hear my intense deep breathing. Hopefully you don't hear any intense deep breathing, because that's not what I'm going for. So now what we're going to try to do, frame rate permitting, we're going to try to load up this trailer with all of these shorts here. And we're in a little bit of a funky spot, so I'm going to try to go like this. There we go. Okay, let's give it a shot. What's the worst that'll happen? They all fall out of the grapple and we die? That would be the worst thing to happen, so let's hope that doesn't happen. Oh, we got like a weird frame rate drop when I look that way. I don't know what's going on over there. I swear to God it's got something to do with the Seasons mod. I just haven't quite been able to figure out exactly what the cause is, so maybe we'll swing this way instead of all the way over that way. I wonder if it's something to do with the trees or the snow? I don't know. I don't know what causes it, but it happens, so. And we're swinging over the truck, which is never a good idea. You should never swing a load over the truck. As I'm sure I've said in dozens of videos, and I'm sure lots of other operators have said the same thing. Swinging over the cab of the truck is a big, big no-no. But there's nobody in it, and we're the only ones hauling, so we're taking the chance here of smashing up our truck. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is maybe park up on this hill. It seems when I look this way for some odd reason. I don't know what's going on over there. I wonder if it's something to do with the trees, maybe? There's too many trees. Maybe the distances on the trees. I gotta experiment a little bit with that and find out. So now, maybe I can bring that truck right up beside me here. We're gonna do some hill drop loading here. So let's put a few more on that bunk. I think we should clean that bunk up a little bit too, because it looks a little cockeyed. I don't like that cockeyed look. I like to have it kind of butted up a little bit better. And I think that one's the other one. There we go. It's never going to be perfect, but you know, if we can get it a little bit better, that's always good. Let's see how many we can get on these. These bunks have been shortened a bit too. Just because I was having a little bit of performance issues by putting too many logs, they'd kind of jitter around a little too much, so we're going to find out exactly how many we can fit on here. I'd say that's the max for that bunk. There we go. Alright, this is a really weird loading angle, so it's definitely no guarantee of how things are going to turn out. See, now in real life you could just pat your machine down into the snow here to get a nice angle on it, but unfortunately in Giants the ground is made out of unobtainium, so it's a little bit trickier to make it balance out. Oops. One bonus I am seeing is these logs are settling really nicely in this new grapple, so that's pretty inspiring to watch. There we go. Boom, perfect. There we go. We should be able to get this whole pile on there and call her good. Now we even got that crappy little piece in there too. Fantastic. And right about there. Perfect. Alright, that'll be our first load to the mill. Let's get her done. Doesn't even feel like it's all that heavy, so that's good. And then we got our machine waiting down there right now, so that's good. Now we get to see how these will, oops, I'm running over all the snow. Now we get to see how these logs will settle on this trailer. I haven't actually taken this for a fully loaded whirl yet, so we'll see how it goes. Seems to ride nice though, hey? Smooth. Slow down a little for these corners so we don't get a little, you know, don't want to get too crazy here. And luckily we have the ability to just drive right over past where this loader is here. And if we park the deck between where the head is, we should be able to access both bunks with our Paluda. Our big riser Paluda. I don't even have to turn it on. That's the best part. Let's go for it. Glitch out the head a little bit there, but we'll get him. Ah, that's the sound of money being sold. Look at that. I love this new mill setup. It's so much nicer to put wood into. Well, of course when it slides properly, that is. Sometimes you get them crisscrossed and then they don't want to go down there. It sure makes it a fun job if you gotta go down there and clean it all up though. That's why in multiplayer it's great, because then you get some guy that has to be the guy that clears the log jams, and you send him down there with a chainsaw. And, that's pretty funny. Seen some pretty hilarious stuff happen when that goes down for sure. But for the most part, it works a lot better. I just like not seeing the logs disappear. I don't know, that's a big thing for me. Like watching the logs hit a thing and have to disappear into another section and then sell. I don't know, it just makes it so much better for me. I hate it when I have to actually watch the log disappear in front of me. I don't know what it is. It's just, I know none of it's really technically realistic anyway, but there's just something about that just irritates me. It always has, even since the old 2015. So that's why I've been trying to make a system. That's why I really like the, actually in 2013, those guys that built that sawmill where it pulls it into the dark sawmill and makes it disappear on that conveyor belt. That was pretty cool. Now I know there is lots of conveyor belty mods and stuff like that, so I'm sure there's other stuff going on. I don't generally keep up with a lot of the other mods out there right now. Usually I hear about it from other team members that say, "Oh my god, did you check out this new mod?" And I'm like, "Nope." So it's always good to hear different reports from different people about stuff. Alright, so first we're gonna have a sip of this here cool drink. And then we're gonna start looking straight ahead instead of like a two-eyed truck driver that's like, I could see forward and sideways. We're gonna drive straight on and we're gonna pick up the rest of that log pile there. That's the plan. There's no promises it'll work, but that is the plan, so we'll see how it goes here. Beauty. So I've definitely noticed the YouTube stuff is picking up a little bit, so that's kind of cool. I noticed we're getting a lot more subscribers and a lot more comments and a lot more interaction, which is nice. As much as I like doing it all, you know, kind of for my own self, making mods and that, it's kind of cool to see different people interacting with the mods, which I really actually do enjoy. You know, hearing comments and following up with people, and I don't know, some really good guys out there. Some really bad guys out there too, but there's, you know, a lot of good guys too. So I'm going to keep to the good guys side of things. We'll see how it goes from there. Yeah, see, like, when I look over there, it must be the trees. It's got to be the trees. The load distance on the trees or something that causes that long glitchiness. So let's... maybe I'll experiment with that. Yeah, it's got to be the trees. It's the only thing I'm willing to accept. It has to be the trees. So what I'm going to do is, after I'm done this video, I'm going to do some map experimentalistness. And I'm going to put a load distance on those trees. And then I'm going to come back in. And I'm going to see if it gets rid of this choppiness that we're seeing here. Because I really don't like that. Not a fan at all, in fact. It seems to be only when I look in that direction, which tells me, because there's a lot of trees down there, maybe having the load distance on them is causing my frame rate to just not enjoy it. And I noticed on Jade Mountain it was fine, but I also realized there was a crap ton less trees. And I remember when I was taking pictures, I cranked up the radius on them. So maybe what I'll do is I'll back that tree radius back down again. That's what I think is going to have to happen. And then we'll leave Chad to play with it for console. And I don't know what he does. He works his magic fingers and does whatever Giants tells him to there to make it perfect. And he has more patience than most people I know, because, especially myself, I don't have a lot of patience waiting for other people to complete workloads for me and tell me what to do. Nobody likes to be told what to do they? Unless you're into that kind of thing. There we go. Perfect. See, now 20 bucks says that when I turn around and load from the other side, it'll be smooth as butter. You watch. I bet you that's what's going to happen. And that right there will be a huge telltale sign for me that it's the trees. And look, smooth as butter. I haven't seen a glitch yet, have you? Nope. So that is definitely what's going on here for sure. Oh. Well, that wasn't, that was like an autosave or something. I don't know what the hell that was. That felt like one of autosaves in multiplayer, but I don't think it autosaves in single player, so... little hiccup there. Just want to get this ugly little tree on this truck. These logs are settling amazingly, though. I am really proud of these logs. I know, how can somebody be proud of a log, right? But no, they're settling nice. I got the trailer physics just right. Except for these little sticks, but this is a bad example, this piece. But I just mean the way they're sitting on the truck right now. Remember how they used to just like slip and wiggle right off the right off the truck? Maybe that one's just going to stay there. That'll be the odd stick out, and they'll just literally stick out. And then maybe we'll just saw that little bit off and not care. That's probably how it's going to go. And I am loading kind of like a crackhead here because it's all going to one side here. So let's give it a little bit of a bump. So I gotta tell you guys something. It's a secret, but I have to tell you, it's pretty interesting. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but so what I've done, and hopefully the other videos come out before this one, or else I'm gonna ruin it. But I am, oops, oh my goodness, there's too many logs on this truck, clearly. Just a minute. The secret's coming, I promise. Just give me one sec here. So what I'm doing is I'm actually secretly joining random people's games and playing with them. And nobody has a clue who I am. And it's kind of fun. So basically, I'm joining logging crews more than anything. I'm just going to back up here. Sorry, I know I'm in the middle of describing this. It's just when I lose focus, I will lose the load, so I'm going to park this over here. Anyway, yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm joining kind of random people's games. And it's mostly only FDR logging, obviously, like people who use the FDR logging mods. And I feel like I've ruined the surprise. I'm gonna have to release this video even later because I don't want to ruin the surprise and the fun of it. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know, I haven't quite figured this out yet. It's kind of a little experiment of mine. I'm kind of playing with these random servers of people, just testing it out. And I'm just, you know, playing like a regular guy, kind of having fun, and not telling anybody who I am or what I, you know, listening to their comments about FDR logging and mods and stuff. Most of them are positive, by the way. I haven't had any negative comments from anybody yet in any of the games that I've been playing. But right now, yeah, I'm just kind of playing with them. I'm recording the episodes, so it's funny to listen to people talk about me from a third person, I guess you could say, even though I'm actually in the round and nobody recognizes who I am, which is, I don't know, maybe slightly devious, but I think it's pretty funny. But they're all really good guys, and I've been having a really good time so far. And yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of playing in these servers, and kind of testing it out the waters to see how it goes, and then, I don't know, kind of undercover boss, I guess you can say, just for entertainment's sake. And then one day I'm just gonna go like, oh, by the way, you know that FDR guy? That's me. I don't know. It's just a weird, funny little thing, and not to mention, it's also fun to go in and take feedback without, you know, like real feedback from people. I actually get to hear comments. Like the biggest problem with me, like, I'm not like a famous YouTuber, I'm not like blah blah blah, you know, like there's nothing to it, right? It's just, I'm just a regular dude, right? But when I go into servers, I have before been like, oh yeah, you know, hey, I am FDR from FDR Logging, and for some odd reason people just act so different, like so weird and so different, and it's not, I don't know, it doesn't make it fun for me. It kind of ruins it. People get a little like, kind of more like, you know, I don't know, standoffish, I guess you could say. They get a little weirder, they get a little more, but not in a bad way, like in a good way. Like they want to all be your best friend, and they all want to kind of kiss ass, I guess you could say. And for nothing. Like I said, I'm just a guy who mods. I'm not like, you know, there's nothing to be, it's not like, oh my god, Arnold Schwarzenegger has joined the team, you know, like there's nothing really to it. But people totally act like it's some big deal, right? And I don't know, it kind of ruins the fun for me. So when I go in undercover, so to speak, where nobody actually knows who I am, I mean, it wouldn't take a rocket scientist to figure out my voice, but if you never watched the videos or didn't know, then you would never be able to figure it out. Just think I'm a random guy. Plus, a lot of people wouldn't expect me to just join a random game, so that kind of makes it fun as well. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm recording episodes. I've joined a couple different servers. Depending how it goes, of course I got to get the permission of the people. I'm recording them right now, and then I'll tell them later that I recorded it, and if they will allow me permission to upload them, then I will. But so far it's been kind of fun. And like I said, it allows me to get feedback from these people about the logging, about the equipment, that normally a lot of people wouldn't say or wouldn't be able to articulate well in a conversation. Like, I love when people are blatantly honest about something, saying, you know, like, oh man, this grapple loader sucks because blah blah blah. I wish FDR would do this. And I've heard that a couple times about certain machines, and I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting to hear. Nobody's mentioned that before. But if nobody mentions it, how the hell would I ever fix something like that, right? So it's one way for me to kind of play a third party. I can kind of spy on the situation and see, you know, people's opinions, what the real lowdown is. I'm sure doing this, I'm going to get a taste of my own medicine, and I'll hear some pretty horrible stuff. But I'm a big boy. I think I can handle it. If I showed you guys my inbox, I think you would probably be like, oh my god, how does he not just quit? I actually had to take out a second inbox right before Christmas. It was like, not November, maybe it was October. I think it was in October. I took out a second inbox for my own personal stuff, because I wasn't, there's so much mail in that stupid FDR Logging mailbox now that I literally don't have any space for my own personal emails. Like, what's going on here? There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, anyway, I literally don't have any space left. There's nothing in there. It's just consistent emails. And you wouldn't think it, right? You'd think, you know, we're not a huge group. We have, like, what, maybe 6,000 subs? Like, I mean, to me that doesn't sound like a whole... I mean, it's a lot of people, but it's not like a... It's not like, you know, I have 500,000, you know, followers or something like that. But yet, if you look at that inbox of mine, it's like, holy cow, there's like 100 emails a day. I'm not even kidding. I thought it was spam, but it's just people asking questions. It's modders. It's people requesting that you work for them, work with them. Like, there's so much stuff in there, and I had no idea there was this many friggin' people to even send that many emails. So it's really, really weird. That's why I play it down pretty tamely. Like when I'm doing single player, or even when I'm doing multiplayer, I try not to make a big deal out of it, because I don't want a big deal out of it. I'm just trying to kind of do my own thing and have fun. If I start turning into too big of a YouTube kind of guy, I think it'll lose sight of what we started with. So, I mean, that being said, you know, I could say this week, and then next week I get some kind of crazy offer or something, and then maybe I'll be a YouTuber then. I have no idea. But right now, I mean, I try not to go too overboard with this stuff. My main thing right now, and this is what I've told a lot of people, is I'm trying to kind of turn around the FDR Logging brand. Because I know it's got a lot of... I'd say now we've really turned it on a dime. It has less negative feedback than it's ever had. It's mostly positive stuff on here now. Everybody's in really good spirits about a lot of stuff. I'd say the internet trolling has dropped by, like, I don't know, a very, very large percentage. Holy cow, can we lift this? This is heavy. I guess not. Get that, though. But yeah, so the like I said, the trolls and all that stuff, that side of things has dropped exponentially, so that's been really good. Oh, of course, we're loading from the wrong side, so we're going to get a bunch of freaking lag here. But overall, it's been a really good crowd so far, and I'm having a good time. Having a good time doing stuff. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to turn the brand around. Just trying to get rid of the negativeness. There's always going to be a little bit of negativeness, but I had like a really high ratio of unhappy people for a long time. And I think I'm just really interested in trying to turn that around. So, I don't know. We're going to try it. We'll see what happens. Nothing's impossible. I'm going to try to maybe work with some other YouTube guys or other modders or something, maybe. I think getting Chad part of the team was a really big step. He's been a great guy. Getting my modeler back, that was a huge step. the modeler that I've had for so long stopped for a while there, and I was kind of like, oh no, well, I guess that's the end of FDR Logging, or I'll have to find a new modeler. And that person has now rejoined the team, so that's really good. Really happy with that. They had to take a leave of absence for some medical stuff there, but they are back in building models. So we got a lot of crazy stuff. I've hired them to do 2 new models every month at $400 a month US, which is really not too bad. I think that's a very fair number, because I've seen some modelers that charge like, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars for stupid models that I've seen. So I think it's a fair trade. So that's where a lot of the, I'd say most of the Patreon money goes, is paying a modeler, and pretty much most of the rest of it goes to tax, because I have to pay frickin' tax on it now. It drives me nuts. It's donations, but because the Canadian government thinks it's such a gray area, they consider it income. I mean, technically I can write like most of it off, so it's not like I have to pay a bunch of tax. Just the Patreon thing itself has to be taxed, I guess you could say. So I personally am not paying from it, but unfortunately I'm also personally not gaining from it, so it kind of becomes its own self-producing thing, I guess you could say, because it pays for itself to perpetuate itself forward, I guess you could say. But at the same time, you know, I'm not making anything from it either, so it's not like, oh man, what a huge moneymaker, I love this thing. So, I don't know. It's an interesting thing doing, but like I said, now that we got that modeler back, it's, at least we're gonna get really cool new content, and that was really important to me to get that content. I really like having new stuff. Maybe I'll park this load over here. I think this will be our last load to the mill for this stuff, because we're gonna have to cut some more longs. Maybe we'll do longs for a while, because these are actually helping clear the block a lot faster. The shorts are loading nice too, but let's kind of change it up till we get to a little bit nicer ground. Oh, excuse me. The hiccups or the burps or whatever you want to call them here. The hiccup burps. Actually get quite a bit of wood on that truck. Hey, look at that. I bet that's a few pounds. See if we can make this turn. Ah, yeah, we got her. Look at that. Perfect. And down the hill we go. Right on. I think I might even do a back-to-back video tonight and do a second one. Usually I only have time for one, but tonight is just a good night to do single-player videos. So I think I'll do one more tonight. I'm trying to release about 2 weeks the plan. Mondays and Thursdays is the release schedule. Whether we can stick to that, I don't know, until we run out of time or videos, but... So my videos right now have been about 30 minutes long, but I think I'm going to cut it down so there's actually less time. I think I might make 15-minute videos, honestly. I watched my viewer time. My average viewer time is only about, like, I think last time it was 8 to 12 minutes, I think, somewhere in between there. Which is pretty good, I think. I mean, it used to be 1.5 minutes. People would, like, literally click on the link and then bail out after a minute, so... People are a little more engaged in watching the videos now, but 30 minutes is just a little too long. Hell, my attention span isn't even that long. I can't remember the last time I watched a 30-minute YouTube video. Like, literally, I can't remember the last time. So I think I'll leave multiplayer videos at 30 minutes just because there's a little less going on. You can kind of drag those out a little bit more. But single player, it's a lot more talking and interaction, so I think I'll cut them down to 15s. So this will probably be my last 30-minute video. Going forward, I'm going to break them down into little 15s. So if you're wondering, whoops, holy shit, what happened there? Some stuff going on. So if you're wondering what happened to the videos, why they're shorter, this will be the video describing why the other videos are shorter. So hopefully you watched it this far, because if you're one of the 12-minute attention span folks, like myself, You will miss this message, and you'll be wondering right now why the next video is only 15 minutes long. Sad world, hey? But I mean, all we're doing is logging. Logging and talking, I guess. I should probably start talking about current events in the world or something, but I don't know if that stuff would interest you guys. Better yet, when we get to this video, if I actually have anybody watch it this far, tell me what you want me to talk about. How about that? You give me subjects, and I will talk till I can't talk anymore. And what I might start doing, but maybe not, I don't know. I might start live streaming my single player videos, but then again, I don't really want to, you know, give that away just yet. I kind of want to release these later. If I let you all watch the single player video now, when I release it later, it might not be as fun, you know? Might not be as good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, actually, I think we're at the end of our video here anyway. Yeah, we're right up on 30 minutes here, so, or 31 minutes. So what I'll do is I'm going to stop the video here. The next continuance of the video series is going to be 15 minutes. That's what I'm going to put on them. 15 minutes. Even that's probably too long, but at least we can get something done in 15 minutes. Like a load or two. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there. It'll definitely make more episodes, and I'll be able to release more episodes per the week and stuff. They'll be shorter, but you know what? Most people don't want to watch half-hour episodes anyway, so I'll try to come up with meaningful things to talk about. I'm actually going to probably record another episode right after this, so it'll be pretty much a direct continuance. There won't be a day and a half in between. So why don't I stop the video right now, and we'll talk to you guys in literally 15 seconds. But we'll also talk to you in probably 4 days, because that's how long it'll take to come out. Alright, we'll talk to you in 4 days and in 15 seconds. Okay.